Welcome back, everybody, to Drak and Shadow on this special Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Are we gonna go find the Colossus?
We are going to go find a Colossus of some sort. So people will know that we are not the only ones. If you guys listen to our last Zelda LP, we have a special guest.
Hi, everybody.
So, yes, we have... I thought I explained this perfectly, but apparently some people weren't listening. These two are not Zelda fans, so I have to make them Zelda fans. So, and I'm just gonna kind of sit here in the majesty of this game. People might be asking, why aren't we playing the 3DS one? Because it's complicated to play 3DS. Also, I wanted you guys to see the original splendor of the original Ocarina of Time.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be able to play the 3DS because you don't have a way to hook it up.
No, and I don't want to homebrew my 3DS to do it.
Not unless if somebody has a great idea on how to do that.
If they did, I would love to hear it. All right. Excuse me. For some reason, I apparently swallowed something, and I don't even know what. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. People will know from last LP, I tend, only in this game, to name them Link, because...
Why would you name yourself Bob?
That's actually a good idea. In honor of Bob, who will not make it through to this game. We'll have a new Bob. But...
You can name yourself Bort.
Bort?
Yeah.
Bort.
Come along, Bort. You talking to me? No, my son's also named Bort.
Bort. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this started. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule. Long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Navi, where art thou? Come hither! O Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. For great justice! Navi, go now! Find our young friend and guide him to me! I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee! And now we get to see things through Navi's eyes.
Oh, by the way, Nintendo of America, wherefore art thou does not mean where are you.
I think it was just they were trying to be Shakespearean.
Yeah, so I can tell.
Now, when you were playing this for the first time, this was really cool, just kind of showcasing the 3D world. Now it just kind of shows the age of the game.
Yeah. Was this Zelda's first leap into the 3D world?
Yes, this is.
Okay.
This is the first 3D Zelda. It was one of the most anticipated Nintendo 64 titles. Alright, now I think Navi's up next.
Should I be Navi?
Yeah, you're Navi.
Okay.
We figured this out.
Okay. Hello, Link. Wake up! The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up! Hey, come on! Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy?
Yes, it can. In fact, up to this point, it has relied on it for 4 games.
You finally woke up. I'm Navi the fairy. The Great Deku Tree asked me to bring your partner be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now.
Alright, so
Now it's time to go save the world!
again. Because, you know, that's what we do in Zelda. Alright, so now we have full control of him, and for some reason my controller's a little lazy, but okay. And now it's time for us to step out into Kokiri Forest. And just for the heck of it, Alex, I want you to take this one.
Okay.
Give it as girly a voice as you can.
Yo, hi, Link! Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Link! Wow, that's great news! I'm so happy for you! Now you're a true Kokiri, Link! Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going to see the Great Deku Tree.
Wow, I could not have envisioned that better. Alright. That sounded like it hurt.
A little bit.
Alright, so now we have kind of full reign of Kokiri Forest, but let's actually go try and see the Great Deku Tree because we're going to get stopped.
We're gonna get our sword and shield to go hit stuff.
Well, first we're gonna go talk to this guy, and Alex, I want you to take him too.
Okay.
Okay, he's kind of a bully, so I want your voice like this, you know.
Alright. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Saved that? What? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help with the Great Deku Tree without both the sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh.
Alright, yeah, so that's perfect for Mido. So now we actually have our task. We needed this in order to have this happen. So now we can go and grab our sword and shield, and we're actually going to go ahead and take care of the sword first, because it takes away a lot of frustration here. Okay, so if we go up here...
I can see the whole Legend of Awesome is based on this game.
Forest Training Center, don't recklessly cut signs, read them carefully. We are not going to be giving voices to everybody, especially here, because, let's just face it, Kokiri Forest, aside from a few people, is a giant tutorial. So, we will probably avoid the tutorial characters. Although maybe one we will give to Andrea, and I hate to even say this, she might have to do her Valley Girl voice. I can just hear the brain cells dying.
Well, who is that you think?
You'll see in a minute, because I'll tell you. Oh, look, big chest. And here's a new introduction in the Zelda series. Ooh, what's in this?
Fall in the chest too.
You got the Kokiri sword. So now we have a sword, and it's child-sized, just for us. This is the hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. Oh, just wait till we get to Mido. He's not going to be happy we have the sword.
Oh, silly Nintendo. The sword should be at least 3 times Link's size.
Well, just wait. Just wait. We got a sword that'll do that. And people will be happy. I will actually be doing a side quest in this because there is a sword that that Alex needs to see. So, all right. Now that we have our sword, we need to go get our shield. And like usual Zelda games, we have to go purchase it. So we need to go find the Kokiri shop. But first, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of weed whacking here.
Because it's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this.
It's dangerous to go alone, take this. Have you heard the Star Bomb song for that?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, you need to hear it. It's absolutely hilarious. So here's actually an interesting thing that you can do with the sword if you know what you're doing. You can cut pieces of the sign. See, there you go. Or, like, say... And I also forgot to introduce this. This is an infamous, now, mechanic that has been in the Zelda games. Z targeting. So now, if I want to, I can go ahead and... No. I want to... Okay, lock it on. Nope. Dang it. I wanted to jump attack it, but it won't let me, so...
You probably have to do the training in order to get that attack.
Probably, but... No, I can do it. House of the Great Mito, boss of the Kokiri. I'm gonna go inside. Trash all of Mito's things for being such a dick. Okay, we got 5 rubies. And just like because I do this in the Final Fantasy games, this is an RPG trope. Going in and looting people's houses. Why? Because.
Da 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 da.
Alright.
Hey,
Hi! I'm the Great Mito! I'm a giant dick! Yeah! Alright, there we go. I've had my fun.
Hey Link, have you seen the remote? Da 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 da. Oh, there it is. You can put it down now.
Taking his rock. Alright, we're just gonna be rolling around now, because rolling is fun. That's actually another thing that's been added now, is the roll. You can do that now that we're out of the 2 dimensions. Although some would argue that Link to the Past is a 3-dimensional game. I would actually be one of them, because it does kind of involve a Z-axis to some point. It's more 2.5D than anything else. Alright, toss the rocks. See, this guy should be happy. We're doing the job for him. Now, why aren't we talking to this guy? Very simple. He teaches you how to pick up rocks and throw them. Which I already know how to do.
Clearly.
Hey, I know how to rock hard.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, I know, right? That was kind of the point.
You could have jumped the platforms. You might get some rubies that way, too.
Actually, this is why I want to go up here, because it's a guaranteed blue ruby. Or, I'm sorry, rupee. Because apparently I was saying it wrong. Guys, I say ruby, alright? I get it, it's rupee. I don't say it that way.
But it's rupee, I believe.
It's correctly pronounced rupee. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, here we go. So here comes the one that I'm actually going to have Andrea voice. And oh my gosh, I can still feel the brain cells being lost. Oh, come on. Why won't you talk? There we go. Oh no, Kokiri shop. What the heck, man?
Yeah, sure, I'll talk like a sign.
Oh, she's not talking to me this time. I thought it was forced. Okay. Yay! Oh wait, there we go.
Hi, Link. Look this way. Look over with your L and talk to me with A.
Oh my gosh, the brain cells, they're going away.
Yes. Like, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people like using your fairy. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press L to look at that direction. If you use L targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like you're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press L and just look forward. Try it! Like, whatever.
There's 20 brain cells. Dang it. I feel bad. I've done a horrible thing, Alex. Alright, so this is the Kokiri shop, and I love the fact that the shopkeeper is not taller than the counter. So he's just constantly jumping. Welcome. Here's what I have. So we can buy arrows, we can buy Deku seeds. We can also buy a Deku shield, which is 40 rupees, sorry. I have a feeling that's going to be the episode title. It's rubies, not rupees. And then we can also buy Deku nuts, but, well, we really only want the shield. So let's go ahead and get that remaining 8 rupees. I'm going to appease you guys just this once. Because I like you. And after that, we're done. You hear me? We're done. And now we have 40. So let's go get our shield. Or, I'm sorry, our plank of wood. Because apparently metal has well, you can't say that because the sword is metal! So the Kokiri know of metal!
And everyone knows that the wooden shield is not the greatest thing ever, really.
No, it is not. Alright.
And you'll find out why.
Alright, I need you to do the can you find the remote one more time, Alex.
Okay. Hey, Link, have you seen the remote? Oh, there it is. You found it.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Okay, you can put it down now.
Seriously, Link, put it down. Seriously, I want to watch the game. Dang it, Link! No, I would not like to buy something else. You've already robbed me blind. Okay, so now we can equip the Deku Shield, which is appropriately sized for us.
Too bad you couldn't go and take things out of the shop, like in some other Zelda games.
Yes! And actually, the funniest thing, too, is that they when they brought in a Link Between Worlds, which you haven't played yet, hun, they actually made a failsafe, so you can't walk away with stuff. You get blown up if you do it. Alright, so it's Mito time again. Are you ready, Alex?
Ready. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that a Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even all that stuff, a whip is still a whip, huh? I'm the Great Mito. We'll never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How did you get to be the favorite of Shara and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble.
Yeah, it's Saria, and then, by the way, Mito, I robbed your house! Okay, and just because I want to show this off, so now we can actually encounter some enemies. I said we can now encounter some enemies. And this is Z-targeting at its finest. And now we have a stick!
Ba, 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 ba.
And we have another stick! Trust me, these things are going to come in handy. But that's kind of how Z-targeting works, and that was kind of the revolutionary aspect of this game, is that we now could target things and see things from 3 dimensions! Whoa! Alright, so, let's go ahead and see the Great Deku Tree. That would be, Navi.
Great Deku Tree, I'm back!
She was ready for the monologue that's coming, because, you know, that's what this guy does. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee, because I like to speak in third person. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. I know, because I've been peeking into your house at night. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Like you crazy little wimp. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Even though you're like 10 years old, you can't really have that much courage. Or, well, courage is not the problem, wisdom. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Perhaps you do not yet have confidence in your abilities. Return to the Kokiri Forest to learn the skills of combat. When thou art ready, return here and speak with me by using L. Wimp! Alright, we had to have that moment. So, yeah, now I can walk back, but now I'm just gonna walk back to the Deku Tree. Come on, can I talk to you? Thank you. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Well, we already know what happens when you say no. Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. Navi the Fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use up to listen well to her words of wisdom, or to ignore her completely like most Zelda fans do.
Now enter the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, pretty much. Or basically, enter my mouth! See, look, it's a dot hack dungeon. You should appreciate that, Alex.
Are you the diamond in the rough?
Well, obviously, I'm the hero here, so yes. So here's our first dungeon, which is inside the Deku Tree. Ew.
Well, it's better than Monstro.
Oh, you had to bring that up. That's coming. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and here's a new item, a Deku Nut! Which is basically a flashbang. Because, you know, this is a first-person shooter like that. And that's the jump attack. So yeah, you don't need the tutorial area to do it. You just need to be an adequate distance and not be distracted. And people will notice the, hey, listen! Yeah, that's the thing that we ignore throughout 80% of this game. It's Navi pestering you. Just telling, it's basically a giant tutorial level, as you can kind of tell.
Look at the wall, the vines growing on it. Give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link.
Shut up, Navi! Ooh, look, chest. Loot! Shiny. And we have the map now. And yes, we're skipping through it, because why not?
Are there compasses in this game?
I guess you'll have to find out, huh?
You can open the door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to what the action icons say. That's the green icon at the top of the screen.
There we go. And now we enter this area. I'll go ahead and take this one, but there are 3 of them, so.
Oh, forgive me, Master. I will give you a clue when you let me go. When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and not get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold.
There we go. So, and he actually does have 2 brothers, so maybe all of us will take one of them. Okay, so onward to this room. Which, not a whole lot here. Ooh, look shiny. It's just so shiny. Oh my gosh. And now we have the fairy slingshot. So this is kind of the weapon of the dungeon, obviously. And if you remember when we saw in the shop you can buy Deku seeds, they are the ammo. So we don't need to worry about that because the game is very generous with it. So here we go.
Yeah, why spend rupees on it when you can certainly get it anywhere in the game?
And look, it's a first-person shooter. Oh my gosh! I was totally lying. No, I wasn't. And of course, if we shoot that, because a little seed is going to make a reaction like that to a giant ladder. Just saying, there's a little inaccuracy here. Okay, so now that we have our slingshot, we actually can now take on different enemies. Enemies that are now kind of coined in the Zelda series, and those are the Skulltulas. Right there. See, look, they're spiders and they have skulls. Skulltula, get it?
I call them Skulltulas.
Well, apparently you're not pronouncing them right because I called them Skulltulas too. And I think I mentioned it and somebody went, no, the proper pronunciation is... Seriously, guys. Alright, the other one is hard to lock onto. So you do this. And there we go. And so now, we get to climb!